Alexa, accept call.
You received a call from an inmate at the Department of Corrections. This call will be recorded and monitored.
Well, hey, Mikey. How are you doing? Oh, my God. I am so sorry. Nobody likes a death in the family. Oh, my God. Well, if the police are going to kill him, what did he do? That is such a common thing in the news now. Oh man, you must really feel bad. If there's anything I can do, just you need me to work with your wife, your kid. Oh my God. Well, the big thing in the news now is gun control. And as much as putting another limitation on us would make people feel better, I don't think it'd help in a situation like you. Yeah, well, yeah, if we did control the guns of the cops, yeah, maybe. But your cousin had a mental illness, and his wife just wanted some help, and then this happens. Well, oh my goodness. And you see, that's why the police officers and anybody who responds to those need to be trained in that kind of activity. I mean, I'm sure the signs were showing. Was he threatening them in any way, or? Okay, so, oh man, so he looked like he was high, and he was waving. Well, I don't know. There's kind of I mean, he did have a weapon, even though it was a knife. Yeah, that's right. You're right. I mean, his wife did call and say that he had a mental illness, and she just wanted. She felt like everything was in danger, and she wanted some help. So, yeah, that the signs were there. They should have gone in there with caution, and yeah, and that's it. That's it. They definitely need some training. Because if they had realized that the call was because he was acting out of character, he had a history of mental illness, she did everything right. And for them to get out there and say, he threatened us, yeah, I know. And I definitely sympathize with you. And I wish this thing would just end in the United States. And controlling the guns isn't going to help. We need to get to the source. We need to stop this from happening again. And the only way to do that is just to understand the situation. We can't all go out there and say a person with a weapon needs to have guns drawn on them. Yeah. And that yeah, I know. See, I agree with you 100%. And you're in there with a lot of people who are hardened criminals. And these are people who actually did point weapons and fire at the police officers. They did put the community at danger and should be locked up. Your cousin didn't fit that category. You see, that's why I'm a big advocate for rehabilitation, treatment centers, something other than locking up addicts. Let's face it, we put we restricted bombs, and we restricted heroin and cocaine. And there's a lot of laws.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, well, we need to fight the real battle, get the real enemy, and putting these restrictions on there, they're not really going to change that much. If somebody wants an assault weapon, they're going to get it, and that there's no question about it. Just like drugs, we ban drugs. If they need them, they're going to get them. They're going to cause problems. We just need to fix the addiction. Oh man, I really feel bad for you, Al.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
I'll do what I can for your family. I'm sure they're just as miserable, and you just stay strong. There's a lot of tragedy in this world, and unfortunately, you ran into one of the biggest issues of all. Being locked up's bad enough. Now you can't hug your wife. You can't spend time with your family to get over this tragedy. Well, thanks for the call. And well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A big issue going on in the world right now. Gun control. Poor Mikey. His cousin's wife called 911 because her husband was brandishing a knife, a kitchen knife. And he was saying things that made her feel threatened, doing things, and just wasn't acting himself. And he had a history of mental illness. So she wanted to get some help. I guess if she'd called the doctor, maybe things would have been different. But she called the police, and they came out there, saw him with the weapon. He was just wearing his underwear, and he was standing out in the front yard, threatening them, waving that knife. And of course, I imagine, he didn't really say for sure, but I can imagine that they told him to put the weapon down or put his hands up or something, gave him a command, and he didn't follow it. And like I told Mikey, I think we need to concentrate on the source. This isn't an issue about getting rid of all the weapons of the world is going to solve our problems. This is a matter of fixing a disease. When COVID hit, they worked on a vaccine to help everybody, and that's good. That's what we need. Imagine if they decided they wanted to ban COVID instead of getting a vaccine. If you go out and you're not careful and you get COVID, you could be shot by the police officers. So let's just ban COVID. That's going to make everything okay. There are, the true source here is the person. Automobiles don't kill people. Bombs don't kill people. It's the people who misuse them. The people who are just not in their right mind for whatever reason. And don't get me wrong, there are people out there who make weapons, who have planning in the works, and they go out there and try to kill a whole bunch of people just because that's what they want to do. Some of them want to do suicide by police officer. That's their prerogative. That's what they do. And as much as we want to stop it, it's going to go on forever and ever. We really do need to get to source. And I deal a lot with addicts. And a lot of addicts are in prison, and you think they would have no way to get a hold of any illegal drugs in there, but they do. And some of them, it causes a lot of problems as well. Where there's a will, there's a way. Human nature, if they really, really want something, they're going to get it. So that's something that I'm working to do as well. I'm going to try to get better treatment for mental illness, better treatment for drug addiction, more training, more awareness in the community. And I think when people go in with knowledge, just like the old saying goes, knowledge is power. that we can definitely put an at least a dent. You know, nothing's perfect. There'll always be ill people. It's just that we'll cut down the effects, and that's better than doing nothing. And it's certainly better than attacking something that isn't even the problem. Well, okay, that's my my take on the world. Thanks for listening. Have yourself a great day, and go out and make wonderful memories for tomorrow.